Hello guys, came here with a new video, and in this video I will compare to each other these sockets. I'm making this type of video because there are some situations when you cannot spend a lot of money in tools and you are checking online to get a good quality for reasonable price, and I can recommend these tools to you if you are in such situation. So these are two deep well sockets. Both of them are half-inch drive and both of them have a 6-point profile on it. First of them is made by Tengtool, here you can see, and the second of them is made by Toptul, also here you can see it. Tengtool is a Swedish tool maker, but today it makes the all of tool line in Taiwan, and the Toptul, everyone knows that is pure Taiwan tool manufacturer. Both of these tools are great as professional tools from the manufacturers, and I agree with it because I have seen many mechanical shops which are working with these tools and nothing wrong with them. As well, you can abuse them a lot and they will work for you in any situation. So guys, the motivation of making this video is that these are reasonable priced tools, and everyone can buy them and work with them. Let's start from the styling. Here you can see that Toptul is thicker on the top and the thinner on the bottom. The Tengtool socket has the same thickness on the top and on the bottom, and the conclusion is that on the bottom part the Tengtool socket has more metal than Toptul socket. This is the first difference between them. The second difference, which is noticeable, is that here you can see Tengtool socket is longer a little bit, but it is longer, and because it has the thicker metal and it is longer, the Tengtool socket also weighs more than Toptul socket. Here you can see both of them, and that's why we can say that this guy has more metal on it than this guy. What about the outside style? The Toptul one is chrome plated. It is not super shiny, but it is shinier than the Tengtool one. So on the light you can see here that it brights much more than Tengtool socket. Tengtool is more satin finished, and it does not bright as much as Toptul one. Personally, I prefer the satin finish on the tools than the bright chrome plated finish, but this is my personal opinion. The satin finish for me is good because when the sockets or other tools are dirty and oily, it is not such slippery than this one. In this situation, both of them are new, and this is not as slippery as this one. This is very slippery, and I don't like this. But once again, this is my personal opinion, guys. Also, let's talk about the markings. Here you can see how this socket is marked. The Toptul one, here you can see the size 24, company name on it, and the part number. All the markings are graved on the metal, not laser etched, and this is very good because every time it will be visible what the socket is and what is the size of it. The story is the same with the Tengtool one, but it has slightly different markings on it. First of all, it has the Tengtool logo, then a company name, CRV, chrome vanadium, and 24 millimeters. Personally, I prefer the markings such a Tengtool has, because this is more noticeable, I think, than this. And you can see on the light it is very difficult to notice what is the size. You can see here the 4 is missing almost, but not with this one. The size is very good visibility. So I prefer the markings which are on Tengtool and the style which has Tengtools over the Toptul one. Also, let's see inside of the sockets, and here you can see that they look almost identical. The machining is almost identical. Here you can see it. The good info about Toptul was that it came greased from factory. Here you can see this is oiled, but Tengtool has nothing inside, and this is the downside of this tool. Then move on and let's see the buttons of the sockets. The drives itself, here it is, and here we can see the main difference between the sockets, even that both of them are 24 millimeters. Here you can see the Tengtool has a lot of metal on it than Toptul. Here you can see how the big attachment side of the Tengtool is more than Toptul one. I am speaking about this part in the radius, and simply the metal is more here than here, and the conclusion is that you can apply more torque in the socket than in this. This will be stronger than this. That's why Tengtool costs about twice than the Toptul. Here you can see the main difference. And we can say that the company, the Toptul company, made some that the Toptul company makes some economical politics when it does the sockets with this type, because it economizes the metal. The Tengtool does not it, and that's why I prefer this over this. So guys, now let's make the conclusion and say about the price, anything or something as you can want. This Toptul socket will cost you maximum €2. You can buy it separately, and this Tengtool one will cost you about €6 or €7. You can find it on ebay.co.uk, British eBay, the only vendor the separately sockets for the Tengtool is a British eBay. So as I mentioned above, this costs twice as this, but this is twice more solid socket than this one. Also, I will now show you the side walls of the socket, and here also you can see that Tengtool is a little bit thicker than the top tool. So guys, my conclusion is that both of them are mid-priced and mid-quality sockets. None of them are on the same level as Snap-on, Mac, Matco or Hazet, Stahlwille, Heiko or Gedor, but they have their part on the tool business, and they will work without any problems with you. If you want to invest a little quality of money, a little amount of the money in the quality tools, I highly recommend Tengtools and Toptul. Personally, I would buy this, but this is also good quality sockets, and the advantage of this over the Tengtool and the other manufacturers is that you can buy separately every size from 9 to 30 millimeters, and it is very good, especially I have not bought this Tengtool socket separately. It came with the kit I already showed you in my previous videos. So if I want to buy any socket separately, I would go and buy Toptul, and this is my choice. But from these two, the Tengtool is solid, and the quality of the Tengtool is more much better than the Toptul. So guys, this was a little comparison video. Which one to choose, you will decide. I hope you enjoy this video. Stay tuned and more videos will come soon. Goodbye.